Hey there, it's Brandon from Virtual DJ, back with another tip of the day. Now, whether you're a seasoned club DJ with years experience playing on vinyl, or a new bedroom controllerist wanting to perfect your technique, you're going to love the Scratch Bank feature in Virtual DJ. The Scratch Bank allows you to quickly switch from a loaded track in a deck to a pad bank of favorite samples to cut and scratch, and then quickly switch back to the loaded track to continue on with your mix. You can also create your own custom scratch banks with the editor or download some great pre-made banks from the Extensions tab. Best of all, you don't need any special controller to use, as you can assign the Scratch Bank to any of your controller's pad mode buttons. Here's how to do it. To access the Scratch Bank, click on the Performance Pad drop-down box and select Scratch Bank. Now, using your OS File Explorer, find some of your scratch samples and then drag and drop onto the pads. Now, click on a pad or press that pad button on your controller. Virtual DJ will instantly load that sample into the deck for you to begin your scratch routine. To change your sample, simply click on the other pads or press them on your controller. When you are ready to switch back to the regular track, right-click on the active pad in the deck or press Shift and the active pad on your controller. Virtual DJ will instantly reload the track so you can continue on with your mix. If you have a scratch track that contains multiple samples instead of just a single one, you can create a bank by setting multiple cue points. First, load this track onto a deck, and then using the Hot Cues pad bank, set a cue point for each sample. After you are finished setting all of your cue points, unload the track from the deck and switch back to the Scratch Bank. In the Scratch Bank, click on this button here to open the Scratch Bank editor. In the editor window, click on the pad to load a sample. Now, when the browser window opens, select your scratch track. And when the box below, click on the cue point number that you wish for the pad to load. Additionally, below the cue point selection box, you can select a color for that pad to display on your controller. Now, repeat this process until you are satisfied with your new Scratch Bank. Next, close the editor window and click on a pad. Virtual DJ will instantly load the scratch track and be on the cue point which you specified for that particular pad. If you don't want to bother creating your own banks or simply don't have a large collection of scratch samples, then you can instead download and install some great pre-made ones from the Extensions tab in Settings. In the Extensions tab, click on Samples, Scratch Banks, then choose from the large assortment of pre-made banks that feature many of the classic and popular scratch samples. Don't forget that you don't have to have a controller with a specific Scratch Bank pad mode button. Using Virtual DJ's Assignable Pad Mode feature, you can assign the Scratch Bank to any of your controller's modes or Shift plus modes buttons directly using the Performance Pads drop-down box. As you can see, with Virtual DJ's Scratch Bank feature, everyone from seasoned pro turntablists to bedroom baby scratchers will enjoy the ease of getting a little extra flavor into the mix. We invite you to jump in, play around, and get creative. That'll do it for this tip of the day. We hope you found it helpful. If you have an idea you'd like to see for our next tip, email tipoftheday@virtualdj.com.